Hi Nita, thanks for coming to sit with me doing our RPL meeting today.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for having me.
That's awesome. So as you know, RPL is it's a recognition of prior learning, and that's the way we're going to assess this unit of competency within your Certificate 3 of Business Administration. So today we are assessing the unit BSBCU S402B, Address Customer Needs. That all sound familiar to you?
It certainly does.
Awesome. So I just want to run through a few things about our assessment procedures. So what we look to do is collect evidence that supports assessment competency, and for this part of the process you've already completed our RPL kit, which you provided some third-party reports and also some other evidence in the form of your CV and other few bits and pieces. So this will go in to combine with that information. So what we're going to do today is we're going to ask you a number of questions in relation to this core unit, and you're just going to give me your responses as best you can verbally. What I'll do is I'll be making a record on this assessment form to see whether or not we're meeting the standards for those questions, and then we'll have a chat at the end of the questions as well. Do you feel happy and comfortable?
Yeah, sure thing.
Excellent. Let's get into it. So the first question, Anita, is what procedures have you used to identify customer needs and wants?
I usually sort of do a combined approach based on their feedback, as well as analysis of our customers and their needs, and some market research just to see what's out there at the moment.
Great answer. Let's move on to number 2. In your experience, what factors influence your customers' sourcing decisions for products and services?
Oh, there's a whole range of factors. Obviously, price comes into it. The range of products and services available as well, the type of relationship that they have with us, as well as their satisfaction with previous products, and obviously reliability.
Excellent, you really do know your stuff. All right, let's enter number 3. What criteria do you think influence your customers to change their requirements?
Ultimately, I think this would come down to just changing demands, and obviously new emerging products and services on the market.
All right, let's move on to number 4. How can you best accommodate your customers' changing requirements, Anita?
Look, I think the best way is just to work closely with them at all times and maintain a really solid working relationship. And again, just market research, keeping on top of what's out there, and keeping in touch with the customer.
Excellent. Question number 5. What is your involvement in your organisation's processes for explaining and clarifying the rights and responsibilities for customers?
Within my organisation, I'm responsible for the drafting and maintenance of our customer service policies and procedures, as well as the employee handbook, just to ensure that everybody's across all of those rights and responsibilities.
Awesome. All right, question number 6. How would you describe and enact customer protection regulations?
These are all about, fair and honest treatment and dealing with customers at all times. So I think it would be really important here to, again, maintain that honesty, honour any warranties, contractual obligations, maintain truthfulness about what it is that we provide, and just ensure that the products and services that we're providing are, fit for purpose, and that they're the quality that our customers have come to know and expect.
Wonderful response. All right. So how do you best deal with customers and offer them the highest expectation to conduct more business with your organisation in the future?
I think the main thing, as with everything, is just to listen closely to them and to their needs. Pay attention to their feedback and act on it where necessary. Stay current and up to date with what's going on out there, in the market, and just continue to tailor our product to suit the customer, because ultimately, that's what's important.
Excellent. So how would you then encourage customers to voice their complaints and issues, and why is that important?
Well, we always seek feedback on our products and services, so I would certainly be directing customers to our online complaints form if need be, if they weren't comfortable with having that conversation with me over the phone. I think it's really important to get feedback, even if it is negative, because then obviously it allows the organisation to improve or to change if there is a problem, and obviously if the feedback is positive, it allows us to continue to do that.
Excellent. All right, Anita, that was really good. Let's go to question number 9 now. How do you effectively prioritise your customer issues?
I'll just work closely with the customer, address any issues in the order that they want them to be addressed, just to ensure that they're satisfied at the end of the day and I'm meeting their expectations of us. And then obviously, that makes it more likely that they're going to continue to work with us in the future.
Wonderful. All right, question number 10. How does your organisation facilitate regular and effective customer communication?
My organisation's really proactive in this respect. We communicate with our customers in a range of ways. We conduct feedback surveys and hand out feedback forms. We also do follow-up phone calls, as well as regular communication via email and also a weekly newsletter.
Excellent. Next question then. What professional networks have you or your organisation participated in that support or expand your customer referral business?
I'm a member of the Customer Service Industry Association, and myself and my organisation as a whole also work closely with local chambers of commerce in the areas in which we deliver our services.
Excellent. We're nearly there. So how were referrals and or feedback successfully dealt with in the organisation, and what is your involvement that either enhances or improves the customer service experience?
Within my organisation, all referrals and feedback are recorded into the customer service database. These are then regularly generated into reports and distributed amongst the entire customer service staff cohort, usually every week, just so that we've got current up-to-date knowledge of those referrals and feedback. This also then allows us to make any changes or improvements as necessary, just to keep up to date with the expectations of our customers. And also so that if we know that we are doing something right, we can continue to do so.
Wonderful. This is the last one, Anita. You've done really well. What is your involvement and the purpose of customer record keeping in your organisation?
In my organisation, we are very proactive in all customer record keeping. As I've just mentioned, we record interactions with our customers in a database, which generates regular reports. These can then be looked back historically, if we ever need to have a snapshot of a particular period in time. I think this is really important because it allows us to always measure our performance, to look back as to how we have improved over time, and to continue to mature as an organisation, and to ensure that we do continue to meet our customers' needs and even exceed those needs.
Excellent. Well, that brings us to the end of the questions. Do you have any questions at this point, Anita?
No, thanks, Mike.
Excellent. Well, what will happen from here is that we'll collate your responses from today. We'll combine that with everything you've already provided us in your RPL kit, and then we'll come to a determination as to whether or not we should be giving you the recognition for this part of the course. By the sounds of things, it all looks pretty good at this point, but certainly we will keep you informed. Now, you are aware, obviously, that we have the training and assessment policy. In that policy, if you have any issues or grievances, or you'd like to submit some kind of an appeal to the outcome, you're more than well within your rights to do so, and that's all detailed in the policy for you. So please feel free to refer to that. Otherwise, get in touch with me anytime and we can discuss your further training needs. But as for today, that brings us to an end. So thanks very much.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for having me, Michael. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Anita.
Look forward to hearing from you.